Welcome in, everybody. We're going to start it here with another day of the Eastern European Division 2 DPC action. It is going to be NAVI Junior taking on Sigma.YNT right off the bat here. And looking at the table, Sigma.YNT, they need this win. Not only do they need this to, keep the chances of staying in the division alive, just purely from a confidence issue, perspective, they could do with this win here. 0-2-10 in terms of series and games won lost. It's not looking great for Sigma.YNT. They need this win to force it through to potential tiebreakers. If either Team Sexy, Moneymakers, Cybercats don't win another game here, even Navi Junior, Navi Junior, if they go down here, then their last couple of games, oh no, they've actually got 3 games left after this. Okay, I thought they were on like the last 2 or so. But after that, it's Moneymakers, it's Alakum Nihao, and it's Team Sexy that they've got to play. So they are tough teams to play against. You can see that everybody is taking wins off everybody here. Alakum Nihao sitting second on the 3-1. So both Navi as well as Team Sexy here, and Moneymakers looking today to try and join them on that 3-win slot and tie themselves for second place. It's rough for Sigma.YNT because if they lose here, they are out. They are straight out. They can't even force tiebreakers because everybody else apart from No Sorry on at least 2 wins, and they won't have another 2 games. They only have 1 more game after this today. We're going to be playing up against the Lakem Nihao on the 24th, on the second to last day. And again, a Lakem Nihao showing the quality that they're pushing onto the second spot. They want to be going for the qualification, get themselves into Division 1. So it's not going to be an easy match for Sigma.YNT, even if they do win here today. And Navi Junior, who have they played so far? They lost 0-2 to Namiga, which I think pretty much everybody is doing. No, sorry, did take a game off them. Team Sexy took a game off them, but yeah, Namiga are green across the board here. They've got Moneymakers and Cybercats left to play in the next couple of days. And yeah, Namiga, they're looking like they're pretty much up at the minute. Can't get overconfident. They don't want to throw it away in the final stages. But Namiga looking like they're going to be the ones to take that top spot. 5-0, 10-2 in terms of games won and lost. So it's looking pretty good for them. Alakum Nihao, what are they? 3-1 in terms of series, 6-4 in terms of games won lost. So yeah, they're looking pretty comfortable. They've dropped to Namiga, I do believe, which again everybody's doing. Apart from that, picking up wins against Moneymakers, No Sorry, and Team Sexy. The Moneymakers and Team Sexy as well. Those mid-table teams that are looking to make the push up the table. So you've been able to get the wins against those kind of teams that are looking for promotion, looking for to qualify to Division 1. It is a big boost when it comes to Alakum's Nihao's chances to go up because they have Navi against Sigma.YNT and Cybercats left to play. So Alakum Nihao filled with confidence there. And again, Cybercats, Moneymakers, Navi Junior, and Team Sexy all on 2 games won and 2 games lost apart from Navi Junior, who this is their 4th series now. So looking to make it a 3-1 and not a 2-2. Getting into the actual draft, we'll see the Pangolin been banned out as well as the Bruno, the TA, and the Doom taken out here by Sigma.YNT. Meanwhile, on the side of Navi Junior, they've got the ban out on the Death Prophet, the Enchantress, Tinker being taken away, the AM, and the Batrider. Picking up the Rubik and the Dragon Knight. Meanwhile, Sigma.YNT go back for the Beastmaster Disruptor. And we'll see what this final ban here for Sigma.YNT is going to be before we get into the second phase. And what do they want to be removing? I mean, Navi Junior have already taken out the Enchantress themselves, so maybe something like the Lycan that could contest the pace of the Beastmaster's push in Navi Junior's offlane. Oh, what have Navi Junior been playing? Let's take a look through. Let's take a quick looky-loo. So Primal Beasts, Centaurs. Depends whether you want to run this Dragonite as well. If they want to run this Dragonite mid. It looks like that's what they have been doing. More often than not, I want to say. Actually, no, it looks like it is more of an off-lane Dragonite than it is a mid-lane Dragonite. So what else have they been running mid with the Dragonite? Storm Spirits. Pangolier. Pangolier's ban out. Just can't do that. Which one did they lose up against Amiga, obviously? Yeah, even running a couple of pucks. So we'll see if Sigma.YNT, if they are going to be banning out mid laners here, coming up against NAVI Jr. with the Dragon Knight already been picked up. They take out the Snapfire. Okay. Go for the Scarith Mage. It's a lot of magic damage coming out so far, not a lot of physical damage coming out here for the side of Sigma.YNT. So expecting something like a you put the Dragon Knight mid, you know, you maybe get like that Centaur up, or you get like a Tidehunter. Enigma, you know, these heroes that go for the pipe, they go for the early pipe as well to help out the team. Maybe a quick BKB builder as well, Drow Ranger. Something like that. You know, maybe even like the... Actually, where would you go for a quick BKB? Because Ursa, maybe? I mean, they are pretty squishy on the lineup already, so an Ursa, you know, goes for that Battle Fury into the Blink BKB or BKB Blink, but it does pick up an early BKB. Shadow Fiend as well. You know, good from a distance, can clear off the Beastmaster's creep army as well. Okay, they got for Jakiro Tiny, never mind. But again, looking like the Dragon Knight offlane, so we're still looking for a carry here for the side of Navi Jr. So yeah, those heroes not ban out. So we'll see what Sigma.YNT, what they want to pick up here, you know, what they want to carry on building into. Jakiro comes through, really nice hero to pick up at the minute, just adds that push potential coming out with the Dual Breath. Liquid Fire onto towers, so you have that siege potential onto the towers. Even if the Dragon Knight outside of the Dragon Form can't get in range, you know, Tiny can't walk himself up. So we'll see Sigma.YNT picking up the Ember Spirit. So again, not a lot of stand and fight frontline here. Even the Beastmaster, you know, doesn't want to be going in and right-clicking most of the time. What's this creep army to be doing the job? Actually, they ban out the Ursa themselves here. Even with that first pick in the next phase, Navi Jr. You wouldn't, would you go Lifestealer? With a Jakiro and a Rubik, so you've got some way of closing the gap, either from the Telekinesis or the Ice Path to come out. Again, the Rage is pretty nice. Command mode up against the Beastmaster. We'll see. Meanwhile, Sigma.YNT looking for their carry as well. Yeah, again, just something that Nag Siren wouldn't have actually been a bad choice, I don't think, for Sigma. Just something that can sit, you know, and get involved in these fights. Like, say, something like maybe like a TA. Although I suppose the Tiny, you know, makes quick work of the refraction charges.
10 seconds
So does the Jakiro with the Liquid Fire. Okay, so maybe not a TA.
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight is it's on the niche. You know, it's not the first pick. It's not a first phase hero that teams like to be just picking up in every draft, but it is on the niche. You know, make it work if you've got the strat to go with it as well. And I mean, the Chaos Ball into the Mystic Flare with the Ancient Seal Silence over the top as well. That does a decent amount of damage.
Radiant team ban.
Even up against something like the Dragon Knight. So maybe
Dire team pick.
something like that control up this Dragon Knight in the lane. You know, Monkey King Disruptor isn't a bad combo either. We've seen it a few times now as they ban out the Alchemist on the side of Navi Jr. Slark is going to be taken away by Sigma.YNT. Both teams have a decent amount of time to think about this pick.
10 seconds remaining.
So we'll see what both sides want to be going for. Navi Jr.
5
again.
seconds remaining.
The Rubik, the Dragon Knight, Jakiro, and Tiny. So, Dragon Knight, Tiny, big tanky boys. You're going to be hard to burst down. You do have a lot of magic damage coming out on the side of Sigma.YNT. So, again, maybe if the Dragon Knight builds into that, I don't know if the Dragon Knight even wants to ever go towards, like, the Greaves and the Pipe. The DK could still be played in the safe lane as well. That's not out of the realm of possibility here. And you still look for, like, that Tidehunter in the off lane. So Navi just taking the time, looking for this final pick. I mean, hell, you could even run the Tiny as the one. You know, the Dragon Knight and the Tiny, both flexible across multiple roles. To be honest, I think you're still looking for that one on Navi. Again, Draw Rangers, maybe not with the Ember Spirit now being able to close that gap. Yeah, no, it is going to be the Tide. Huh. I got it right. That's pretty neat. And the Abaddon. How do I always forget about the Abaddon? And yeah, okay. So I am expecting again the Tidehunter to rush towards the the pipe, the Greaves pipe to come up for him. So no quick blink daggers, no like force staffs or anything like that. Just purely like an aura builder. Well, not purely, but early on an aura builder for the team. Got the juice on the Dragonite, so it is going to be the position 1 Dragonite. Richmond on the Tiny, and I did get corrected. Apparently, it's not Raymond or Ryman, anything like that. The 4 is close to how the CH character is in Cyrillic. So, yeah, Richmond and not Raymond. Okay. Woe back in for the start of Sigma.YNT as well. So it doesn't look like Dark Lord is going to be playing the rest of the season here with Sigma.YNT. So Woe will be taking over in that position 1 carry role. Meanwhile, like you say, it is a rough go here for Sigma.YNT. If they don't win this one, they are pretty much out with 1 match still to go. Navi Jr., again, looking to push up the table. Again, maybe just a bit of a better team on paper. We'll see if Sigma.YNT, if they're going to be able to offer a shock upset here and get through, take the series away from Navi Jr., put Navi Jr. in the mud. But before we get into it, we're going to take a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
That this one is in
So,
the bag.
as we get back into it, right, so that advert was going, and the Scarith Mage voice line went for the entirety of that, and it just ended as we got back into the game. That's how ridiculous that line is, but we're going to see, again, Sigma.YNT just playing close together, make sure they don't give up any early kills here. Not looking to invade the other side, just looking to offer some protection around the rune spots here from the side of Sigma.YNT. Meanwhile, on the side of Navi Jr., pretty much the same. Neither team wanted to look for that early engage. Did they actually move? I mean, they're drawing the battle lines here on the side of Navi. They've got 30 seconds if they want to
30 seconds to battle.
get themselves down here, to get towards the bottom part of the map, maybe look to invade on a rune. But it looks like, again, both teams just going to play it safe around the towers, around these easy rune spots. And not look to, no one's looking to get aggressive. It doesn't seem like, I mean, Scarth Mage and Disruptor, they've got to be careful here coming into the river.
The battle begins.
Do they even come into the river? They do. Queasy and Vanscore, they are going to show, but 3 heroes around. So Richmond is going to be able to pick up this bounce rune. Looks like it's just going to be 2 for 2. Yeah, I mean, the glimpse back onto the Tiny. So the Tiny takes some harass from this, but more than likely, we'll just be able to shrug that off. Vanscore, once again, just doing a little bit of damage. And for the last time is our Observer again today. So, shouts out for the last time, making my job just that little bit easier. Hands off the keyboard and mouse. But yeah, for you in the mid lane up against Richmond, I'd expect the Flame Guard coming out against the Tiny earlier on. It is going to be a bit of a pain for Richmond to fight into early on, but once he starts to get out the avatars coming through, you can clean that up. He'll have the tree toss as well to be able to put the aggression onto the Ember. Speaking about aggression here, bottom lane, PMA, going to be taking a lot of aggression coming out from Warren Vanscore. PMA, though, what's he gone for at that level 1? It looks like it's going to be just the Anchor Smash here. As we see the odds on the screen, both teams pretty darn close here, the 1.7. So actually Sigma.YNT coming in as slight favorites, I think. And yeah, Navi Jr. 1.9 on the odds here, so no faith in Navi Jr. Maybe it is because it's a fresh team. Sigma.YNT been around for a little bit longer, so you get the information. And guys, if you want to get involved, you can head yourself over to EGB, and every deposit up to $600 for new customers will be, I think you get a 100% bonus on the deposit as well. So if you do want to get involved, you can head over to the EGB site. Like I say, up to $600 bonus here on your first deposit for all new customers. 18s and overs only. Obviously, check out the terms and conditions as well as we do carry on looking at this match. Riddy's going to be taking some damage. Got the juice, actually. He's going to take a lot of damage from Queasy. This is kind of the thing where the Dragon Knight, the Dragon's Blood will be a benefit slightly. Riddy's, though, he's going to go down. Taken by... What actually got the last bit of damage there onto the Jakiro? Just null. Just null. Okay. Queasy looking to hunt couriers, but yeah, the Dragon Knight should be alright on this lane. Once he gets to a couple more points in the Dragon's Blood, he will be able to... Never mind, PMA gets the kill into 1-1 in the bottom lane. Look at this, how low he got as well. Vanscore not able to come in and get that revenge on the last hit onto the Tide. The Tide will salve up now as well. So, Disruptor, even though his spells are down, I mean, I would have expected maybe he would have given his life away if he went for the, like, an aggro push onto PMA, looking for that last hit onto the Tide. And we'll see top lane. Queasy's going to be taking a lot of damage now as well. The Dragon Stone comes out onto Corruptible. Corruptible has to walk himself away from this one. Riddy's just throwing a lot of aggression out. And yeah, got the juice. Again, once the Dragon Knight gets a couple more levels up in the Dragon's Blood, he should be fine up against the Scarith Saras. Until the Ancient Seal Mystic Fleurs start to come out. Yeah, you put that with the Roar as well. You know, axes flying over the top. Even the Dragon Knight might suffer a little bit. But for the most part, Riddy's is the one going to be taking the aggression from this lane because he's going to be the most squishy dragon. A lot more prone to harass. Whereas Got the Juice will just have the regen in the bag in a couple more levels. So we'll see how Corruptible is going to try and play this one. Because, I mean, the Dragon Knight as well. Lane pusher going towards the Hand of Midas here on the Dragon Knight. As mid lane, yeah, you can see the Richmond. He's going to be taking a lot of harass coming out. Suffering on the last hit here from For You. Just being able to soak up the damage here with the Flame Guard. 2 points into that, 2 points into the Sleight of Fist. So he can just keep putting the damage out onto Richmond. And Richmond, he's suffering for it here. Not a Richmond at all in this current game. Let's give the rotation. The Avalanche comes out. He gets himself that Water Rune. Is the toss back to the Rubik here? For You, doesn't actually have the range on the toss to get back onto the Rubik. So For You will just go towards that top Water Rune as well. Corruptible with the axes onto the DK. The DK, again, taking a lot of magic damage in this lane. With the Bracer now, though. Corruptible, we'll see how much he's going to actually be able to stack up here. Level 3 on the DK as well, so yeah, he did want that second point into the Dragon's Blood. Dragon Tail comes out, but no Jakiro to follow up. Queasy, did they go for the body blocks here? Queasy just walking himself away. Yeah, got the juice with it, with the Tango. Pretty much already back over 3/4 of his own health. Quick into the BKB after the Hand of Midas here for the Dragon Knight as well. He's got that queued up. I mean, again, I was talking about the need for the magic protection on the side of Navi. So the fact that the DK is just going to go straight Hand of Midas BKB, you know, no Blink Dagger, no Meteor Hammer or anything like that. You know, it is quite nice. Just to see that, obviously, he knows where the weakness of the hero lies, what the strength of Sigma.YNT's lineup is going to be as well. And just being able to shrug that off as early as possible really will help the Dragon Knight. And the Dragon Knight as well, you know, a hero that does like to solo push in that dragon form, so he wants to make sure that he isn't caught out in a compromising position. So yeah, the BKB going to be really helpful for Got the Juice here. Queasy could be in trouble, though. The slowdown comes out from the dual breath. Was that Breathe Fire to follow up as well? The damage, is it going to be enough? Queasy, as Vanscore gets the kill onto Daze on the bottom lane here. Got the Juice will take down Queasy. And now Corruptible is going to be taking a lot of frost as well. Do they have the body blocks for the Dragon Tail? The Dragon Tail going to be up in 2 seconds underneath the tower. Do they want to go for this? And again, Got the Juice, a really tanky boy, but can they get the kill onto Corruptible? Corruptible throws out the axes. But all sources of fire coming out from these dragons, even the Ice Path. You get the lockdown. Ember Spirit chasing here for Got the Juice. Got the Juice. Can he walk himself away? Sleight of Fist comes out For You with the Flame Guard now as well. Trying to run Got the Juice down. Got the Juice. He might take some magic damage coming out from Queasy now as well. Queasy, can he find the angle? Got the Juice in the trees. Trying to break some ankles. Do this one around. Gets the Dragon Tail off. And in fact, Queasy, he's only just come back alive. The Ancient Seal will be there though. Did they have the magic damage to follow up? Queasy just can't get any more off. And yeah, this salve pop by Riddy's. I don't know if he was trying to pop that onto Got the Juice. But Juice, yeah, just trying to toggle off. I actually think he was. He's going to have a Tango there as well, so some regen coming through here. And level 5 is close for the Dragon Knight, so he's going to have another point in that Dragon's Blood if he wants it. Meanwhile, the Beastmaster, how's he looking? The Boars, the Hawks are out, so he's going to be able to scout with these. Just be able to find Juice behind the tower. Queasy? Does he actually want to step up? Juice. He's looking to get that XP, you know, away from it. Does he want to go for that third point in the Dragon's Blood? Maybe another point into the Dragon's Tail here. Okay, I mean, he's got a decent amount of health back already. So he can just hold this point, you know, make up his mind in time. Doesn't need to commit for anything just now. A decent kill then coming out from the side of NAVI Jr. in this top lane as well. So yeah, he goes for the second point in Breathe Fire. So it looks like they want to get more aggressive here in this top lane for the side of NAVI Jr. Corruptible. Axes fly through. He's trying to cut this wave as well, trying to bring it through with the Beastmaster, but Ice Path, it might shut his dreams down if he gets too close to this Jakiro, and Riddies might be looking for it here. He's taking this axe damage though on Riddies, so Riddies has to be careful. Bottom lane, Daze being caught up by Woe. Telekinesis come through. Woe, does he go for the chase down here? No curse. So no proc to slow down. On to Daze. Yeah, PMA just looking to pull in and get that farm as well with the Anchor Smash. And how's he looking onto this Tidehunter? Ring of Health. Already got himself the Mana Boot, so it's going to be a casual bracer to come out from first. The stack, yeah, from the Boars. So the Beastmaster has the timing for this. As mid lane, they're going to try and get aggressive once again. Do they get the kill onto Richmond? Richmond's going to get really darn low. They might be able to get this one. The Avalanche comes through, though. And listen to the Emspirit. Tries to get himself away. Queasy will go down immediately in return. Sleight of Fist. He get the kill for you. Can he get himself away? He pops that Illusion Rune. Now maybe looking to kill onto Daze. Vansco's even rotated onto this. Daze will go down. And Riddy's caught out. 2v1. He's not going to be able to get himself away from this one with the kinetic field being up. Trying to do what he can before he goes down. For you's going to get low, but won't fall. No, won't fall. As the TP comes in from the Skywrath, yeah, should offer a fresh bottle here to the Ember Spirit as well. So the Ember Spirit more than likely going to be back full health, full mana. Or close to after these bottle charges. They did get a kill onto Queasy, but all that really did was set up the bottle. Yeah, okay, it's nice for... was it Jakiro that got the kill? For you, going to be taking some punishment, and the Avalanche is up to 4 points now. So that will be able to clear off this Flame Guard from the Ember Spirit. Well, just in the jungle looking for the farm, and it will be a Radiance push here for the Abaddon.
Never refuse gold given.
Top lane, though, the Dragon Tail, does it come out in range? Can't close the gap, it doesn't seem, so Juice not going to be able to get that aggression onto the Beastmaster. Corruptible just playing it back, and the Dragon Form being used for this now. So does he want to rotate in and push down a tower? Or maybe just push down the top tier 1 with the help of Jakiro on his own. Avalanche comes out in the mid lane, though. So for you, just backs himself away. Richmond moved himself out. Yeah, for you and Vansco. I mean, Vansco's just offering some protection to the Ember Spirit in this mid lane. As for you, just continues to put out that harass. But again, for you here with the 2 points into the Flame Guard. So absorbs 190. On the magic, and yeah, the damage comes through. The Avalanche clears it up pretty much straight away. Speaking of Avalanche, it does come through with the toss. Did they get the kill? Foyu's going to get really darn low, but with the toss back now as well, excuse me, the glimpse back onto the tiny Ember Spirit will be able to get himself out alive. Picks up a haste rune here as well. So again, can get himself a decent amount of health back. Now, should just TPs himself back to the fountain here. Bottom lane, PMA. He's level 8. He is top of the net worth. This Tidehunter is having a fantastic time up against the Abaddon. And Woe, he's still looking for the farm. I mean, Woe's not too far behind in terms of net worth, but because Daze has rotated off, and Sigma.YNT not really put any aggression onto PMA, I think this is what you want your early... You know, if anyone can get ahead on the side of NAVI Jr., this is why Got the Juice going to rotate down to the bottom as well. It's Corruptible, Queasy, and For You looking to push down this top tier 1, but you already see the Dragonite with the Dragon Form on the bottom lane as well. So it looks like it's going to be a tier 1 for tier 1 trade. Corruptible going to be happy with this. The DK... That's the Hand of Madness coming out for the DK now as well, so he's going to be able to move himself into the jungle, you know, get a little bit of extra farm out. But what was stolen there as well? It's going to be the Aphotic Shield, so Daze looking to get himself away. Yeah, Tide. He's going to be able to stop this aggression that comes out from the Beastmaster, because this is what the Beastmaster wants to do. He wants to be able to pull, you know, heroes, as in multiple heroes, to stop the push onto the top. You know, even if he goes down, it's not a bad trade because you create space for the rest of the team. Where if 2-3 heroes have to commit onto the Beastmaster, you can look to get ganks onto maybe something like the Tiny here. The Tiny lockdown in the Static Storm, but he won't be killed off just yet. And before you try to come in with the Haste Rune and the Remnants as well, Richmond going to be taking a lot of damage. A Glimpse comes back here. Ancient Seal for the Silence. The Roar's going to be coming out as well. Do they get the kill? Daze. They might even be able to go into Riddies. Riddies gets pretty darn low, but do they want to go for even more? They do get the kill into Richmond, and for you, that last of the Haste Rune is going to try and dive himself away. Will be able to get himself out. Vanscore pretty darn low himself. Has to be careful. Got the juice. Maybe looking for that chase down, the Breathe Fire to come through, but Vanscore, it won't be enough to get the kill. Back in the river, though. I mean, PMA is going to be coming in. Does he actually want to? He's already used the Ravage. They don't get the kill. Oh, they take down Riddies, but they were so close. The Ankh Smash came out a fraction of a second, not even half a second, like maybe 0.2 of a second too late to get the kill into the Beastmaster. The Beastmaster completes the TP under the nose of the Tide, who threw out the Ravage there. And all of a sudden, Sigma.YNT, they are back in the driver's seat. Net worth-wise and kill-wise. Net worth, it's only about a K, but, you know, it's still pretty nice.
Bounty.
As for you's going to be looking towards the Maelstrom. Yeah, so standard Ember Spirit build. Richmond, how does he want to go item-wise? Blink into the Echo Saber. I mean, you look at the Tiny is not having a great time here, so he was put up against it in the mid lane up against the Ember Spirit. So, yeah, he's not got that quick blink that he wants, and even if he does, I mean, he's only going to be about 300 gold away from it, but even if he does get it out quite soon, you know, you still have to worry about the Glimpse, the save potential on the side of Sigma.YNT, a Photic Shield if you try and go for anyone close to WoW. So, it is pretty rough for this Tiny. Well, speaking of pretty rough, Vanscore might have been caught out here again. The Avatos this time should get the kill, and that should be Richmond's blink as well, yeah. As he gets the kill, he gets the gold to buy it out. Ember, though, looking to crash the party with Queasy. Queasy's level 7, so he does have that Mystic Flare up. That's quite nice. Again, the Ancient Seal. You get something like the Searing Chains to get the lockdown just for a couple of seconds. Or, I mean, what's the max stun on Searing Chains? Only got level 1, so it's only a 1.5 second stun, but 3 seconds at level 4. That is more than enough. I do believe the Mystic Flare lasts for 2.2. Yeah, so Mystic Flare, Searing Chains combo, that's enough to get the full Mystic Flare duration off. So we'll see if for you, or I mean, if Queasy wants to group up for you to get these kills. Tidehunter, he's got the mechanism out now. It's going to be the pipe first for him, yeah. Offers a protection to his team. The Greaves probably to follow after that because he's already got the mana boots and the mechanism. But you can pop those anyway. The pipe, obviously, if you only have the hood, it's only a personal pipe. And you do want that full-on team pipe.
Rune of invisibility.
3-man rotation coming through. Smoke from Sigma.YNT. They're looking to hunt. Can they get themselves on top of Richmond here? Corruptible's close. He has that roar going to his helm of the Overlord. And they might be able to get the jump on the Daze here. Slatterfist comes out. Remnant jump forward now as well. Daze can get himself away. Telekinesis. What's he stolen? Stolen the Flame Guard now as well. So some protection. The drag back now as well. But Daze is still going to be taking a lot of damage coming through. And Foyu does get the kill. If you want to try and go to this, PMA is going to be silenced out. Has that Ravage if he wants to throw it. But Foyu using all of his remnants to get himself away from this one. Grouping up with the rest of the team. And no Blink Dagger here on the Tide. Means that he cannot catch up. Try and get that Ravage off into a great team fight potential setup. While this is going on, again, the Dragon Knight using the Dragon Form. Just looking for the farm here in the jungle, in the triangle. Looking to get it where he can. And actually started on the BKB. Okay, so he's got himself the Ogre Axe already. Do believe this is going to be the Mithril Hammer as well. Meanwhile, behind that tier 1, we are going to see a smoke. Navi Jr. Who can they find? Because, I mean, Woe's in his own jungle. Woe's just finding his farm. Already got himself the Sacred Relic as well. He's going to be about 800 gold away from being able to pick up the Radiance completely. Smoke doesn't break. Vanscore could be chased down here. Daze. Does he want to try and go Telekinesis there? It's going to be spotted out by the Beastmaster camp as well. So the Glimpse back, but they get the kill onto the Disruptor. So no Static Storm, nothing like this. They might still be able to get the kill onto Tiny. Tiny's going to be in a lot of trouble. The Mystic Flow will be dropping in now as well. Richmond, he's going to go down. Queasy gets the kill. Jakiro, after the Roar comes out for you, will be able to pick that one up. Does Queasy get himself away from this one? The gush into the Dragon's Tail, so Queasy, he will still go down, but 3 heroes dead on the side of Navi Jr., and they get 2 in return. Meanwhile, Woe, he's got the borrowed time. He's going to be fine. Again, about 300 gold away from being able to pick up the Talisman of Evasion as well. So it's going to get harder for Dragon Knight to do the damn well. And I think Woe's having a really good time on this about him because, again, he's 3rd in the net worth. Again, quick Radiance, undisrupted in terms of farm. Tidy was doing a little bit. Just to contest into the pulls, contest onto the Abaddon's farm. But for the most part in this game, 17 minutes gone. Not really been put under an immense amount of pressure here. Did die the once, but apart from that, he's doing alright. And yeah, don't forget guys, you can go over to, just use the QR code here on the screen. You'll be able to go over to the EGB site, get yourself a free bonus up to $600 for all new customers when you do get involved. And we'll see Vanscourt, well, Corruptible in the mid lane. Not actually grouping up for gank or anything, just trying to take the pressure off this one. And this was, I thought that with the Dragon Knight coming out, and the Jakiro. Navi Jr., speaking about the Dragon Knight in the bottom lane, he pops up BKB, which will be the reveal here. But back behind the tier 1 tower in the mid lane, it looks like Daze, Richmond, as well as Riddy's have to back himself away from this one. Ice Path, it won't land onto Woe. And the push onto this tier 1 tower now, yeah, they're going to be able to pop the Curse of Avernus as well. PMA walks himself in, but again, Woe has the protection of the Aphotic Shield, the borrowed time. So it's not easy to get the kill onto Woe. We'll see. Glimpse onto PMA. PMA locked down. Sassazone comes through now as well. The Raw, though. Can he walk himself away from this one? He's surviving all the way through this. Does he get himself out for the Ravage? He does. Whoa, the borrowed time will pop. He actually gets the stun onto Corruptible now as well. Corruptible, will he go down here? Trying to throw out the axes to get the kill onto PMA in the end. With the axes and Riddies, he gets cleaned up here by Foyu. Okay, so signs of life coming out here from Sigma.YNT in this game. Avatos, though, they get the kill onto Whoa. They stuck around just a little bit too long there. And with the Dragon Knight, with the Tiny, they were able to group up for this kill. Can't get any more out of this. Because it looks like Searing Chains, Ancient Steel comes out onto the DK. The DK straight up TPs himself out. No BKB for 20 seconds. Okay, cancels the TP. And it looks like... I mean, still, you look at that fight, you take down the Jakiro, okay, you do actually lose 2 cores on the side of Sigma.YNT, so that's pretty nice for Navi Jr., but you forced out the BKB for the Dragon Knight before that fight starts. Going towards, straight up into the Blink Aghanims. So yeah, this Dragon Knight, playing like he would if he was an offlane. I mean, we've seen Ramses, I think it was, yeah, it was Ramses in Division 1. When he played this carry Dragon Knight, it was straight into the Ags, Manta style coming out as well for the push potential. Obviously the BKB was nice, but yeah, no shard either for the Dragon Knight, which will slow down his farm. So I know he wants to rush into this Axe, but I really would like to see him go for that shard just to be able to accelerate the farm a little bit. I know he's already got a Hand of Midas, which accelerates him somewhat. But it's not... It's not the greatest thing in the world. The attack speed is nice for the DK, especially when he's in Dragon Knight, when he's in the Dragon form, and he can, farm the AoE with the splash damage. But now, I mean, Navi Jr., they just want to go into the Roche pit on the side of Sigma.YNT, and I don't think Navi Jr. are going to be able to contest into this. There's no Ravage for the next 25 seconds. We'll see how quickly this Roshan's going to go down. But yeah, inside the pit, I mean, Sigma.YNT, they're just going to be able to get what looks like a free one here up against Roshan, and there's no contest coming out from the side of Navi Jr. It's not the fastest Roche take in the world either, even with the Beastmaster little minions coming through. His ads being there to try and amp up the damage, it still wasn't a quick Roche. So, how's the tide looking now? Those Greaves going to be about 700 gold away for PMA here as well. He's got that full pipe to come out. And again, that's going to be nice in these fights because a lot of the damage coming through from Sigma is magic damage. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So being able to offer that protection with a pipe He's not really had the impact I thought he'd have on the Tide as well. I thought he'd be able to get himself around. I suppose if you're going for the pipe and not the blink dagger, you know, it is a little bit harder to have that effectiveness in the fights. Well, Corruptible again, looking to push out this top lane.
Dire's top tower
Looking to go onto the tier 2. And yeah, it's looking like Sigma.YNT. They've got a bit of control in this game. Actually, I mean, does he actually want to push out? He's actually going to go back to the mid lane here, Corruptible, as the bottom lane is going to be pushed in by the Dragonite and the Jakiro. This is where I expected this combo to be effective, where I was looking for Riddies to be a lot more aggressive with the Dragonite when this Dragon form was up on pushing down towers, going in for the liquid fire onto the buildings. It looks like NAVI, they are looking for a setup. If Queasy comes a little bit too far forward here, even for you, underneath that tier 1, tier 2 tower. Yeah, he just jumps himself away to the Remnant. But this is where, again, NAVI, I just expected him. It's going to be rough in the later portion of the game because the Abaddon's got a decent amount of farm now. He's got himself an Aegis. Radiant's going into a Manta style himself. But I wanted to see NAVI group up and get really aggressive earlier on. Because, especially pushing out to that top lane, or matching the aggression of the Beastmaster. Because apart from the Beastmaster, you don't really have a tower taker on the side of Sigma.YNT. Whereas, you know, the siege damage coming through from the Tiny, with his tree, his tree damage, the Jakiro with the liquid fire, you've got even the Dragonite coming in with the dragon form. Could have, in my eyes, been able to take quick towers, or quicker towers. Yeah, the Dragonite has that Aghanim Scepter up, so it bumps the dragon form up 1 level. Obviously not level 18 just yet. So you won't have that black dragon form until he does hit the level 18 once he gets himself 1 more level. But again, smoke coming through from the side of Sigma.YNT. They are looking for another gank. Maybe just trying to use For You as bait. I mean, well, Richmond has to walk himself away from this one. Glimmer Cape comes out, but the glimpse is already ready, so they have the detection. They don't. Riddy's in the trees. He's going to be able to get the TP away. Yeah, whoa. Doesn't see him in time there. Okay. That's a quite nice escape for Navi Jr., but again, it puts him on the back foot. At least nothing like BKBs were being used. As For You just continues to lead his teammates. 5-0-5 here on the Ember Spirit. That's really nice for the Ember. Item-wise, you know, the Maelstrom's up. He's got himself the BKB. Regen Rune as well. Just for good measure here for the Ember Spirit. Well, stepping up onto this tier 2 tower. And at some point, Navi Jr. needs to come back and contest onto this. I mean, the Aegis is still there for another minute and a half. So, it's a good time for Sigma.YNT to try and get some of these objectives, you know, try and get the push in, because Navi Jr. may be hesitant to fight into this one, and just looking to get their own objectives around the map, get their own farm, get that Dragonite up to level 18, which he is now, so he might come in to fight this one. Nope. Juice, he falls for the oldest trick in the book, keyed in within vision of Vanscore, and Vanscore just goes for that straight glimpse out here. Borrowed time, though. He's going to be popped by Woe, so I'm maybe thinking this is where Abaddon, maybe even with the Aegis, wants to just give it the old walk away.
Now you're fish food.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We'll see. I mean, Juice does take down a tower. Which, okay, that's nice for the Dragonite. Again, level 4 Dragon Form coming through. He's going to be going towards that Manta style. So, yeah, no blink to come through. He's relying on the Tidehunter as well as the Tiny to look for that engage. And then obviously going to be able to follow it up in the Black Dragon form. As PMA does want to go towards that blink on the Tidehunter as well. So yeah, for the minute, it is going to be the Tiny with the jump. The Tiny not the greatest at the minute in terms of net worth. 10k. So he's as close to the Dragonite as he is to the Rubik here. 10k on the Tiny and the Tidehunter. But yeah, the Dragonite is having a decent time with the Sound of Midas, you know, top of the net worth, going towards the Manta style as well, using that Dragon form just to be able to find the farm. It is a 100-second cooldown, but what, you have it up for 60 seconds anyway, so really, it's 40 seconds worth of downtime. Queasy gets the Ancient Seal off onto the Jakiro. Do they want to fight into this one? Got the juice, he's going to follow up. Static Stun comes through here. Do you want to go for the BKB onto the Dragonite? Because the stun comes through from the Raw. A lot of damage with the Mystic Flare as well. Got the juice, so he's going to be able to turn this one around. Whoa, Borrowed Time is going to be popped early. And there is no more Aegis on the Abaddon, so the Abaddon wants to walk himself away from this one. BKB here as well for the Ember. And yeah, Sigma.YNT, they pop a lot, but they do get a kill onto the Jakiro. And forced out, did they force out? Actually, yeah, no, they did force out the Dragon BKB as well, the Dragonite BKB. Okay, Dragon Form is up for the night as well. Queasy actually going to TP himself to the top of the map? Looking for some farm. He wants the E laid out now, but yeah, with that TP away, I mean, Navi Jr., they're looking to group up. What do they want to go with this? Is Dragon Form about halfway done? So Juice, just looking to help scout out the rest of his team. Obviously, he has that flying movement in the Dragon Form. And yeah, coming into this one, should be able to do a lot of damage to the tier 2. So creeps are pushing in. They were scouting out. So nice, easy pushing in here for the Dragonite to take this tier 2 tower. Obviously, tier 2 tower on the top lane already gone for you. Stacking up, looking to put pressure onto the tier 3 with the catapult wave coming in. But this Dragon Form, how long's it got left? About 3 seconds or so. And it will be going down. So the fortification takes a lot of that Dragon Form time away. And the tier 2 tower will eventually fall. But it does help. I mean, look at this for you already. Doing a lot of damage to this tier 3 tower in the top lane with the help of the catapult. So Navi Jr. How do they look for the safety of the objectives? Do they want to take a fight? I mean, the Dragon Form, again, up in 12 seconds. He's got the Manta in about 900 gold as well. In fact, even less, 600 gold here for the DK. So the DK, yeah, Hand of Midas, it's going to be quickly onto that Manta style. They might be able to make a jump, actually. Queasy, is he going to be caught out here? They're doing a lot of damage, and PM8 still doesn't have that Blink Dagger. So not going to be able to close the gap. I mean, he wouldn't be able to anyway, because the range damage coming through from the Skarath really slows him down. Juice, once again, in the Dragon Form, and this is where a Navi, they've hit the timings here. They actually want to take the aggression away from the tier 3, so they are going to be pushing out this top lane, taking the tier 1. Do they want to go for even more here? Skarath Mage in the trees. And just in the trees. I mean, he's got to be real careful that he doesn't get caught out. Doesn't really have that creep wave clear ability either. He's going to delay it for a little bit. Just onto the creeps. But yeah, for the most part, Skarath Mage, not the hero that, you know, is the... You look up split push in the dictionary, Skarath Mage is absolutely not the picture you expect to see at the side of it. And Titan Hunter. Just going to be able to pull these creeps as well. I wonder if Sigma.YNT want to go for a fight onto this. Only the Tide showing now as well, but if you get the silence off through the Ancient Seal into the Static Storm, you know, Tide, even with the Greaves, even with the Pipe, he'd be in for a rough time here. And you can see that Disruptor already started to go towards the Ags as well. He's not got himself a Philosopher's Stone, so he's not going to have that rush order on the Ags. It will take a lot of time and, you know, a lot of team fights to be able to get to that. But Vanscore already has the gold for the point booster, which looks like that's what he's going to be picking up right here and now. Okay. And I mean, it is kind of a big deal to be able to get the Ags on the Disruptor as well. You know, it is a core item, even if you are playing the lowest farming hero, you know, the farm potential. Got the juice. Might actually see this one now as well. Doesn't have the Blink Dagger, so can't close the gap that way. The Dragon Form coming through, looking for it. The Ice Path, it won't connect. Queasy gonna get himself away from this one with the Bullwhip. It looks like on the back lines, though. Did he go for it? The BKB comes up for you now as well. For you. He's not got a lot of mana left now as well. Did he really want to fight into this one? Static Storm comes out. Titan, does he want to try and pop that pipe? Is he going to be able to survive through this one? Again, the pipe of creeps comes out. The Mystic Fleur and the safety telekinesis. It keeps him alive, but now he has to just waddle his way back into this fight. And they've got the stun onto the Abaddon. The Abaddon with borrowed time. It's about halfway done as well. Queasy could be taking a lot of damage from this. Once this borrowed time wears off, they can go for another kill. A forced shield, but the toss comes out. And whoa. Woe is him. Woe is Sigma. And woe is Roshan now, as the Ravage was held there, excuse me. So if they really want to, I mean, do you still give the Axe Shard? If PMA's got his queued up, going to it gold-wise, he's going to be about, what's that, 600 gold away from it. Do you just give the Shard over? You definitely give the Shard over to Juice, right? Yeah, Tide has the blink on the board now as well. So no longer 31 minutes. Oh, okay. quick bit of luck. But yeah, no longer does this Tide need to waddle into the fight. He can, through the force of magic, throw himself into it. And we'll see. We'll see just how Sigma try and fight back here, because Navi Jr., they seem to be comfortably... They've hit some good item times. They've weathered the early storm of aggression coming out from the side of Sigma as well. And they are looking like they're in a position now where they want to be taking fights, they want to be taking objectives, and they want to be forcing it out against Sigma.YNT. The Dragon Knight's BKB is down to 6 seconds. But apart from that, it's pretty good time. It's fresh BKB on the Tiny now as well. Tiny got himself the double damage rune in the bottle as well. So I would expect, with this being in his arsenal, Tiny, they want to look for a fight here on the side of Navi Jr. after they take Roshan. And again, not the quickest Rosh in the world, but uncontested by the side of Sigma. So yeah, Juice, did he take the shard as well? No, they actually, okay, they pass it over to the Tide Hunter, so this will enable the Tide to go for a quicker BKB. Which, yeah, it's going to be nice, especially because the Disruptor is going to take a long time. Again, the farm priority, not the Disruptors.
Radiant's middle tower
And,
is under attack.
yeah, he has to kind of find farm where he can. You know, it more than likely wants to get it from kills, from fights. But again, Sigma.YNT on a bit of a back foot at the minute.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
So, Juice in the Dragon form. Fresh Dragon form now as well. There is a fortification here on the side of Sigma.YNT if you want to try and stop this push in. The Dragon form with the Mantis Tiles as well. So it's going to be a lot of damage onto the tier 3. Do Sigma.YNT come back to protect this as well? Because for you, he has to go for this straight TP back to base if he wants to. And if he wants to protect this. Remnant will be jumped. So he can, if he gets a good defense, link back up with Corruptible. As Corruptible look to put the pressure on, Mystic Flare comes out now. The Dragon Knight taking a lot of damage, but the Dragon Knight has the Aegis, can carry on going here now as well. And again, the regen coming through from the Dragon's Blood, so he's going to be pretty good here. As they do look to break the base, look to break the racks, but at the same time, Corruptible on the top lane, he's going to be able to trade the racks out. So do they force TPs back here on Navi Jr.? Did he just want to go for more here? Maybe even push onto the tier 4. They have this Aegis, they can try and look to break the base, look to really push this one in, but they are going to be able to get a lane of racks. Slowly but surely, Woe will be brought back now as well. Fortification for both sides. Corruptible just trying to split push this one out. He can leave his creep army here, and yeah, the Dragon Knight will TP out. So after all of that, and now with the TPs away, PMA could be in trouble here. It is all the Dragon Knight TPs away. For you, he's going to go for the BKB. PMA, does he want to hold this Ravage? He's got it up. He's got that Tendrils of the Deep now as well. Woe's already used the borrowed time. The glimpse back onto the Tiny. But the damage, it might have been done. They get the stun onto the For you. But Woe with his own BKB. PMA, I get what he tried to do. You know, but he could have just gone for the Tendrils there with the BKB onto Woe. Didn't need to pop the Ravage. So Sigma, given as good as they get. It's a great trade there. They did lose, I mean, they lost a melee, I think, in the base for Sigma. Yeah, the range racks on 19 health here as well, but they took a tier 3 tower. You know, they took a range racks here on the top lane, so this top lane will push in. And they have a tier 2 tower here, so, you know, Navi Jr. not respecting the split push potential coming out from the side of Sigma, and the Beastmaster just getting away with absolute murder though. Getting away with literal murder, getting the kill onto the Tiny as Navi Jr. looked to retreat. Because, you know, Navi maybe panicked a little bit, forced this Dragon Knight TP back, and then Sigma just said, okay, cool. We can get them on the retreat, we can chase them down, we can find some kills, and they were able to get the kill onto Richmond. Richmond didn't even have the chance to pop the BKB, or he'd already used it, so he wasn't able to get the BKB off when the Static Storm glimpse came out, and yeah, just could not get out alive.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So, this is where, again, Navi Jr., they need to look to take another lane of racks. They need to look to push out this top lane, just even it up for this top lane. But For you is going to be able to cut the wave. Look, this just jumps to his Remnant. So the backdoor protection. This creep wave that they've got and the creep wave after it, the double catapult wave will be cleaned up here by For you. So that siege potential, it lives and dies with the Dragon Knight here at the minute. Because Richmond's not even close. So they're going to try and go onto this tier 3. There is no backdoor protection, no fortification. So this creep wave, is he going to be up for the Dragon Knight here now? He's got that Mantis style if he wants to pop it, which he will do after the Searing Chains comes out. So he's going to leave these Dragon Illusions here to take down this tier 3 tower.
Radiant's top tower has
Actually, did
fallen.
they look for more? And again, you've got the Tiny here trying to protect this tier 2. Will be keeping himself over to the outpost now as well, but Corruptible, he's looking for that split push. They might be able to take this Rax though without a response. Backdoor protection will come out, and with no creeps here, the Rax will still stand.
Radiant
They've
are
got
scanning.
a catapult with 10 health coming in on this next wave. After that, they need to wait about 30 seconds or so
Bottom tower is
for this
under
next
attack.
creep wave to catch up. So they did take the tier 3 tower. The Dragon Knight illusion form, just trying to keep this lane pushed in. But yeah, Corruptible, he's just sending his creep army to push onto the tier 2. He's looking to split push the hell out of this game, and it's working for Sigma.YNT.
Bottom tower has fallen.
And if they're not careful, Navi Juniors, they could lose another lane of Rax to split push. This time the Beastmaster will come back. So he's just going to let his creep army do the push, and he's got himself, it's the double catapult wave as well. He's got himself the Ancient Ice Shaman to push in onto this one. So yeah, the Beastmaster really, in fact, it's going to be a quick push in. I don't know if we can get it up here, the bottom lane here for the side of Navi Junior. The Dragon Knight has to TP back once again. So now they see this, and there's going to be the smoke come out here for Sigma.YNT. They are grouped up as 5 heroes, and they're going to be looking for another kill. Smoke. No reveal here with the dust. Does the Disruptor. He's about 1,000 gold away, this Disruptor, from the Ags as well. You've got your Ember Spirit going to the Ags. He's going to be about 1,500 gold from buying his. Beastmaster doesn't really want an Ags. He's got himself the AC, though. What's he got coming out on the career? Just a TP scroll. That's just a TP scroll. Okay. But yeah, once again, Sigma.YNT able to trade out the aggression coming out from the side of NAVI and put NAVI in an uncomfortable position where they have to choose to either carry on pushing the base as 5 or send someone back to defend it and then just hope they get the rest of the team out alive. Dragon form, got the juice. Ooh, did they get the kill? I mean, Queasy was able to get himself away. No tendrils, no catch up here, even with the 4-staff onto the Tidehunter. But again, you've got Corruptible just pushing this lane out with his creep army and looking now towards this melee Rax on the top lane.
Radiant's top barracks are
The
under
DK
attack.
illusions will fade off. This time though, Daze, does he get himself back in position to get the catch out onto Corruptible? Corruptible, he will be seen. Only Daze around though, has to watch out. And Daze again using this creep army. This is going to be a melee Rax if the side of Navi aren't careful here. So using the Rubik to come back, Fade Bolt will be dropped, and you can see that, yeah, even Richmond coming through. The Ancient Ice Shaman just trying to waste some time here in the base. But the Tree Toss, is it going to be enough damage to take down the Shaman? It's not looking like it will with the Fade Bolt, though, and the Toss. Plays that one off. Meanwhile, whoa, they're going to run down these 3 heroes for you, and whoa, yeah, they both have these BKBs if you need to go for them. Boyu pops his BKB early to get the glimpse back. PMA, he pops his own BKB, trying to get himself away from this one. It's a lot of damage. The Roar comes out, and this Tidehunter, he's going to be brought low. Do they get the kill? Easy. Oh, Corruptible, actually, there's going to be the E-Blade coming out to save Corruptible's life. That's a lot of damage. They do get the kills there for you. And now, whoa, he pops his own Mantis style, but he is going to burn in the Macropyre, as well as the Breathe Fire coming out from the Dragon Knight. They get the kill onto Queasy as well. And this is where they can actually force something in here, because they've taken 3 heroes down on the side of Navi. And now they don't have to worry about the split push. The buyback comes through from the Ember Spirit. But yeah, the range Rax coming through, even Richmond in here with his tree damage onto the Rax will be able to clean this one up without response from Sigma.YNT. And they want to go for Megas. Abaddon has a buyback if he wants to come into this one. 44 seconds though without this hero, so got the juice, the Dragon Form was off. And we'll see the damage. This tower. The Chrysalis now up onto the Tiny as well. So this the tower with the trees. He's got himself the Ag Scepter, but not the Ag Shard. So Tiny needs to look for these fresh trees. 85% bonus building damage coming out from Richmond, so he really can push these buildings down, get a good siege potential. Coming out from the side of Navi, Glimpse comes back, though no Richmond. He pops the BKB, the Tendrils of the Deep comes out now, the Abaddon locked down, what was stolen as well from the Rubik. The Rubik gets the Aphotic Shield now as well, borrowed time here for the Abaddon. Abaddon doesn't have that BKB for the next couple of seconds. He needs to be careful that he doesn't get caught out now. The lockdown onto, is that the axe? It is going to be the axe static storm as well. So a lot of damage onto the DK, but the DK, he gets that BKB off. The roll does come through. The right click's coming through from Whoa. Did he get the kill? Got the juice trying to walk himself away with his own BKB. In the trees, Glimmercape saves his life. It looks like for a little bit longer. PMA, he's going to go for that BKB TP out. Glimpse now. They get the drive back onto Riddies. But if Riddies is the sacrificial lamb here, Navi going to be more than happy with that. Does... Oh. So the Tidehunter's just brought up the tome. Does he want to go for the Anchor Smash effects? But, I mean, we're going to find out in the next couple of seconds, as the tome will be delivered here. And what's it going to be? Kraken Shell or Anchor Smash buff? Anchor Smash onto buildings. Yeah, so they get even more siege onto the buildings. Look at this, though. God, the Juice, he's going to have that flying movement on the Dragon Knight. Walks himself right into the pit. They get the break onto the Abaddon. The stun comes out now as well. The early borrowed time here for the Abaddon. The tree toss onto two. The tendrils. It keeps them both locked down. And Richmond gets himself a double kill. They only have the buyback here on the Beastmaster Disruptor. And now he just walked themselves into the Roach Pit. Say thank you very much for the start. And we'll take it from here. Yeah, got the Juice. He sees the funny side of this now as well. They will be able to take this one. The Acceptor comes out. Who do they give it to? I guess... Who would you give that to? Jakiro, maybe? Who actually has it? Yeah, they're going to pass it over to Riddies. So Riddies consumes that. So he has the Macropire. Core damage and piercing spell immunity here for Riddies. And this is where I think Navi Jr., they're just going to look to try and end the game. PMA with his Anchor Smash onto buildings. The Dragon Knights with the Black Dragon form. The Manta Styles being popped as well. Look at how quickly these towers are going to disappear. They don't even want to go for Megas. He forces out a buyback here. For You jumps himself in with the BKB, but that is going to be a 6-second BKB now as well. So Whoa and For You with their own BKBs. It wears off. Richmond, can he get himself away from this one? Has that cheese, but can he use it in time? No. He goes down. Again, the Static Storm stops him from using any items. He will be killed off, down for 80 seconds. So now they do change their mind. Coming back for the Megas here on the side of Navi Jr. Telekinesis, though, they get the lift. They're going to be able to get the kill on advance score. Instant revenge there for the timing. And it looks like the melee racks, it is going to go down. So that is going to be Megas here. Tier 4s coming through from the side of Navi. Can they finish off this last one here as well? Got the Juice, that Dragon Form. It will be wearing off, but the Stolen Roar onto the Abaddon. The Abaddon locked down. Borrowed time comes through. Is he going to be able to survive through this one now as well? Queasy, even with the E-Blade of his own, trying to protect himself. But PMA, again, creep damage coming through. PMA, they just want to chase down Queasy. He actually didn't go back towards his fountain. Actually went away from it. Might be separated from the rest of the team. For You coming in now. They get the kill onto Daze. With the Dragon Tail stun. For You, is he going to try and look for the chase here? As Navi Jr. will be on the retreat after taking the Megas, after taking that final tier 4 as well. Looking to just completely clear the base of buildings, it looks like. Navi Jr. They still have that Aegis. And... yeah, the Dragon Knight. The Dragon Knight is 0 deaths, 8 kills, and 5 assists. So it was a bit of a slow start for Juice. It wasn't even a slow start. They did get kills in the lane. He slowed down to get the farm up. He's already sold the Hand of Midas. Going towards a refresher here as well. And it looks like the Abaddon pick for the side of Sigma.YNT 1, 4, and 6 just did not have the impact that they wanted it to here. Again, it found the free farm. It really wasn't contested in the lane, but Sigma.YNT just not able to capitalize off that. Jakiro. I mean, the Jakiro has his executor, but I mean, with already getting one, I think it's like, oh, I have 3.4k gold. What do I want to spend it on? Supports never get this much gold. Whoa, Static Storm comes through. They've got the lockdown onto the Tiny again. Tiny can get himself away from this one. He's going to be burst down before he can even answer back. And again, not respecting that Static Storm. It stops him from popping the BKB. Stops him using the cheese. The buyback comes through from both of them now. Ravage, it does connect onto Corruptible. Corruptible, does he get himself away from this one? The BKB forgot the Juice now as well. They will be able to get a tendrils onto For You. For You doesn't have that BKB. He's already used it, down for 70 seconds. Everybody on the side of Navi Jr. buying back. They've even got the drag back here onto Woe. Woe's dead. No buyback yet. Corruptible and Woe dead for the next 100 seconds or so. And they might even be able to go into Queasy here, looking to end the game here and now. Navi Jr. is 45 minutes in. The rampage for Juice. And the GG will be called. So, Sigma.YNT just doing the polite thing, letting the Dragon Knight get the rampage before they called the GG. And Sigma.YNT had a great early game, but it just felt like once the Axe Scepter was up for the Dragon Knight, you know, Navi hit some great timings and were able to push through, take some good fights. They were just no longer on the back foot. And Sigma.YNT, a little bit earlier on, like I say, they had some good control coming out. They were taking fights. They were, you know, they took Richmond down 7-6-7. Richmond's going to end this game. So really not having a massive impact on this Tiny. And Sigma.YNT were really putting the boot into him. And then all of a sudden slowed down to farm the next set of items, which was a good timing window for the side of Navi Jr. Again, the Aghanims came out for the Dragon Knight. You had the PMA with the Greaves as well as the Pipe. Wasn't afraid then to walk into the fights, get himself right in there. Days with the Shard coming into the Aeon Disc as well as the Blink Dagger. It was just a nice opening for Navi Jr. to try and then take the aggression back, take these fights. Sigma.YNT tried to do a great job with the split pushing. I mean, for the most part, it did work because Navi Jr. weren't really respecting it. And every time that Dragon Knight TP'd back, Sigma.YNT would then smoke out and look for a pickoff, but they just weren't able to sustain it. That is going to be game number 1. And again, Sigma.YNT, they need this one. They need to force it to a game number 2 and 3 here in the series. But Navi Jr., they're going to be looking for the win. We'll find out if it is going to be going the way of Navi Jr. after the break or Sigma.YNT. Can they fight back? But first, guys, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break and we'll see you after this.